Welcome back everyone to Age of Civilizations 2, and today may just be a short video. We're just gonna be answering the simple question of should you annex or puppet a country, or in this game it's called Vassal. So I'm just gonna be going over the perks and the features of the game when it comes to annexing or vassalizing a country. Okay, sounds fun, let's get into it. Okay, so today's example we're gonna be using Belgium and we're gonna be taking out Luxembourg. And I'll get to the features from there. Okay, now we're gonna be invading Luxembourg. This should be extremely easy. Well, obviously. Anyways, let's go and just stroll right into Luxembourg City. And there we go. Luxembourg is instantly ours. Now, how to get a vassal? Well, in peace negotiations, here, look at the war demands or make demands on the right side of the screen. Now you may demand their vassalization and ask for war reparations. Vassalization is demanding them to become your puppet state, and we'll get to that later on. War reparations is basically ask them to pay you back for everything you spent in the war. And if you tap on their country with the star, that star represents the value of the province. You can annex them, or you may demand vassalization. Now let's get to the feature right there. Anyways, there. Now once they are your vassal, let's go for it. Vassals, they pay you tribute. So what's a tribute? Well, let's give it to that a certain percentage of their income is given to you each turn. Each turn they pay you a certain amount at which you ask for them, but be careful with this feature. If you put it up to maximum, they're gonna declare independence from you because they can't pay you for it. But that's from my experience from previously having Luxembourg as my own vassal, but other than that, I advise you to avoid it. Anyways, other than that, if you're gonna go to war with other countries, you may call your allies. A vassal is considered an ally. Another feature to having a vassal is that vassal of yours should have military access to them constantly. Like, see, my Belgium army is inside the Luxembourg territory, and any other vassal I may have, I may station my troops within their territory and pass through their territory constantly. Okay, another feature on how to tell if that country you're looking at is a vassal. Look at the diplomacy tab up there on the Luxembourg name. Right beside their name is the Belgian flag. It says to them that what country you belong to. Other examples in the World War II scenarios are Danzig. Danzig, look, it has the Polish flag. It means that Poland is their vassal. I mean, they're a vassal of Poland, my bad. Dutch East Indies. See, they have the Dutch flag right over there. Another thing you have to watch out for if you're gonna be playing as the Dutch East Indies is always gonna be declaring independence from you, and that's gonna be the hard part of your game. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about releasing vassals, aka releasing vassals from the territory you've conquered. So let's go and following on, let's declare war on our vassal, just for example, okay? There. Now, this time we're gonna ask for annexation. There. Now it's ours. Now, what are the pros and cons for annexation? Well, the pro is it becomes your territory. You may use the manpower for it. The cons are, well, it's gonna be extremely hard to defend because you can't really recruit that much people in it. You have to assimilate them first. Now, assimilation goes into here, the tab, the more tab. Assimilate takes 50 turns. Or here in the province instability notification, you may do that there. Also, another thing to feature is unstable regions. If you station your army there or any troop you have, it increases the stability because there's a presence of your army there. So there's less likely a rebellion would pop up over there, and it's gonna be much more easier to stabilize. Also, on the notes of population, when annexing a country, you'd have to do assimilation twice. First assimilation will assimilate half the population. Second one will assimilate them fully. just leaving a very 1% of the former population that once lived there. Now, it's gonna be really expensive and would take a really long time. That's 100 rounds. So if I advise you, if you're still at war, don't annex a country yet. Rather, make them a vassal to be a buffer state. Rather than annex them completely and you can't assimilate them yet and you'd lose territory extremely fast. Because you can't really defend it that well because you have to get your troops from your homeland up to your newly conquered territory. It's really sounding like very complicated from my words, but understand me. I'd rather take it as a vassal than annex it later when conditions are more peaceful. Okay, now for releasing vassals from your territory, let's go and do this. Release vassal in your diplomacy tab of your own country. There, on the left side of, the right side of your screen, you're gonna see Luxembourg. Those are the countries that you have conquered. The left side is gonna be the status of that civilization. You tap Luxembourg, there, then release as vassal. See? Let's go for another one. You may also select civilizations that not yet exist or doesn't get recognized by the game. So let's go for Belgian Congo. There. We also have the options to create a civilization right off. There. Let's give them all of our African territory. And what's their biggest city? Let's just take a guess on what their capital would be. Alright, I'm right. Okay, so anyways, they're now our vassal. We also have an option to play as that country. If you saw that tab over there, on the right tab, I'll show it to you again. See here, play as the released vassal. Means you may switch over to them and play as them instead. But once you do that, you can no longer play as your former civilization. So if I release Luxembourg and press play as Luxembourg, I can no longer play as Belgium. Anyways, next up on our list, for the question of would you still win a game if you still vassalize the entire map? So let's just say the base condition of winning a game is having 100% domination. The most people would think, oh, controlling all of the provinces in the game. Well, that's not the case, and I'm gonna be showing you that. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna be using the football war as our example because it's the simplest scenario I can give to you where I may show you the effects of just keeping them as a vassal or having them annexed. Anyways. Okay, so this one, we're going to be annexing them for this scenario. So let's go, let's declare war on them. Just move your troops right in. Okay, just finish the remainder off. And you'd see victory from complete and total annexation. See? Okay, so round 2. For the second round, we're gonna be doing this in sandbox mode, so I can show this more efficiently because with the current state of the Honduras economy, I can't really field that much of an army to force them into vassalization. Okay, since we have limited money, let's just give up a really huge army into the field. Okay, and let's wait till turn 5. Okay, so turn 5, I suppose that this would be enough to scare off the Salvadorians into becoming my vassals. So anyway, demand vassalization. And when they become my vassal, victory. So it's essentially still the same as 100% domination. If you vassalize the entire game, it's okay. Even in the modern era, if you're the United States or any other country like Russia, you vassalize every other civilization present in the game, that's still declared as a victory. Because the game recognizes it that province is that civilization that is your vassal, the game recognizes it as if you control that civilization provinces. I hope I'm making it clear to all you guys. Okay, for round 3, this is a bonus round. Would you win a victory if you were in an alliance with the other civilization in the game? Like, the entire game, every single civilization is in one alliance. Would you win? And yes, it's considered a victory. If every single civilization in the modern era scenario is in an alliance, it's considered a victory. Well guys, now since you know that you have those two options on how to deal with countries you defeated, whether to annex them or to puppet them, it's all the same. You're still stepping closer and closer to 100% Lebensraum. I mean, the world domination. Hope I don't get demonetized for that. Anyways, this has been Field Marshal Nakajima. See you in the next one. Leave a like, subscribe. Peace.